Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Well, I'm going to be feeding these baby echis. They're very adorable generally. They're really like food, as you can see. But these are not that one is very shy. It always hides in its little hut there. It's some of the others that are really cute. They actually try to come out and touch me, which is not something I really would appreciate. This one, you can see his little face right there. And this one, hi there. Hi there. There you go. This has been the best batch of baby echis I've ever reared. Where are we? Okay, so we're here. They've been easy to get started. Savage on normal echis delicacies. We start them off on crickets, then go to geckos, and then they graduate to pinkies. Now they're at the large pinky stage. Hello. Hi. How you doing? The only problem is I'm like the old woman in the shoe with so many echis she didn't know what to do. You know, Soshiruki are just such prolific breeders. I know, I see you. I see you. Huh?
And he's coming to your farm.
Hi, you want this? I try not to entice them to strike out. There you go. Now Miss Tigerness, our tiger keelback. Oh, you shed. You shed, you must be hungry. You want that? Oh, yes. She's quite lovely. Here, let me get this out of your way. She's a very shy, secretive snake that likes putting substrate in her water dish. Now, these are warning stripes, but on her neck are nuchal glands which secrete toxins, so if any predator grabs her by their neck, they can be poisoned, and it certainly probably doesn't taste very good. These are also venomous. They're rear fangs. They're medically significant and have killed people and hospitalized them, and actually Japanese government, since they're found in Japan, has actually made an anti-venom for them. They're that much of a problem. These used to be sold in pet stores until some kid got bit, and that was the end of selling Rabidophis in pet stores. A hard lesson to learn.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was still under the notion that you've got to be a front-fanged elapid or viperid or something like that to be deadly, other than the boomslang. Well, these guys are almost as deadly as the boomslang. You want another? Huh? You're just a feeding machine. I know, it's over here. Come on. Oh, a typical colubrid grabber. It doesn't like to grab head on. It grabs on the shoulders and swallows it down.
She's just getting prettier and prettier as she gets bigger.
Yeah, she's really a beautiful little snake. And she's still very shy, which is okay. You know, I haven't really tried to, you know, keep her on the hook for a while and let her get used to that. You know, I am just as much I'm a hands-off sort of keeper unless there's a problem that really needs my intervention. Other than that, I don't normally you know, bother with the animals. They get care, but that's all. There you go. I think that'll hold you for a few days. She's just a rodent vacuum. Very beautiful little snake. Okay. Alright, here's a nice Wet Tar Island pit viper baby. Oh, we're dropping it today, huh? We'll make it easy for you. Normally she's been feeding just like that. I think she decided since it was bigger than normal, or maybe she's weirded out from the camera, she decided to drop it. She's unrelated to the other 3 babies across the way. She's the offspring of the mom upstairs here. Well, both moms are upstairs. The one in the small cage with the smaller male, the one that almost got eaten in one of the last videos. So they're unrelated. So of course this is ideal for a breeding situation, and that's exactly why, despite people saying, hey, are any of those wet tars for sale? No, it's a breeding project for down the road. This way we don't have to get them from Indonesia. Do you want that? Huh? You're a typical male. Am I going to have to bother you? Huh? I am. There you go. Good job. Now he's a little bit more of a stubborn feeder. He's been only eating geckos up until like a week or 2 ago, and then I switched him to live mice, and now I've got him on frozen thawed. And this guy is the sibling of this one over here, and unrelated to to 2 females that are across the way. So those 2 females will get bred with this one, and the male over there will get bred with this one. And then we'll have 2 separate bloodlines, actually 4 different bloodlines going. And if we count the adults, that's 5 and 6 bloodlines, sort of. Because those males that are in with the female right now are not related either. So it's all good. Now you can see this guy with some excitement is leaning forward. This is one of the ones that's 2 years old, captive-born animal that Lori raised up from a little baby, a little toxic worm, and now he's a little bit bigger toxic worm. You want that? Huh? You do? I thought you might. You know, I don't know if I can't get his colors to pop on photograph. Hopefully he's coming through a little bit better. He has just got some, he used to be totally patternless for about 8 or 9 months of his existence. He was totally patternless, and now you can see sort of a green pattern underneath the yellow. Just a very, very interesting pattern he has. I'm hoping to breed him to a nice female and produce some nice looking babies. So we'll let him chew on his food. And this is another one. This is a sibling to this one, but by a different mother. This was mother 25. This was mother 18. And I think mother 15 is, no, that's a male. I don't think this is any of the babies from her, so yes, I'm going to try to breed him. Now he's turning more bluish than the green. Do you want something to eat? He's been a little bit of a troubled eater recently. Come on. You want this? Huh? Wake up. Stop snoozing. Yeah. I even had to feed him live for a couple of weeks. I just couldn't get him to feed without annoying the crap out of him. Come on. You never can tell with a squam. They just, for whatever reason, just are not interested all of a sudden. Come on. No, you're not interested? Hmm? No, he's not interested, and I'm not going to really bother him. You want something? You're going to be crazy. Come on, there you go. Come on. There you go. Good job. Good job. She's a funny little girl. She will hopefully get big quickly, and I'll put her in with a male, but at this size the male may decide that she's a tasty snack. The male has taken to eating lizards of all things, and used to eat chicks and used to eat mice, and now he's on a lizard trip where he won't eat anything unless it's a lizard, which is annoying.
Picky ears.
Speaking of annoying, now it's time for me to be annoying. Hi. Are you guys doing the hokey pokey here? Huh? No. Okay. Alright, so with two of these guys together, you sort of have to separate them, otherwise someone is going to get bit. And of course, we don't want me to be bitten either. I've been pretty easygoing. I've had these guys for over 2 years now. Been pretty easygoing now that they're sort of established with food. He's like, ew, take that away from me. Come on. And, you know, sometimes they take some teasing to get them to eat. But, you know, they've come a long way. I used to have to almost assault them, and I really don't want to do that. Come on. Come on. I think they know when I come calling that it's probably a good idea to have something to eat. Otherwise, I'm going to annoy them until the cows come home, until they do. I might let them go for a week or two without food, and then I get downright ornery about it, and I just won't take no for an answer. There you go. See, now I'll give him two large pinks like that, and I won't bother him for a couple of weeks, which he of course appreciates. But, you know, I really don't like to tease the crap out of them until they eat for me, but, you know, if you don't, they end up, you know, going down the toilet or into the frozen zoo. Now, I rebuilt their cage a month or two ago during the Christmas holiday, was thinking that she wasn't, the female in particular, wasn't getting hot enough to incubate babies, because she had some babies that were malformed and just didn't survive. So I put a hot spot in there under the hut where they'll usually go to digest their meal.
Oops, you missed the window.
No, I think I'll take it.
There we go.
Come on, here you go. See, I won't bother them for a while now. They'll go into the hut and heat up in there and go ahead and digest their food. And, you know, I want it particularly for her so she can stay nice and hot. So the any embryos will go ahead and ripen into full-blown little squammies.
Oh, look at the Tyrannica. He's quite busy wandering around his cage.
Oh yeah, he's interested in food, and they're all waiting for me to feed them. They're pretty funny, you know, and some really don't care if I feed them or don't, and others are like, oh boy, it's Viperkeeper, he's got food, I just know it.
And we have two little pointy faces staring at us up here.
Yeah, well...
But they want to bite us, they've already eaten.
Yes. Okay, so, here dude, why don't you just back up into the hut? I know I disturbed you, girlie. Huh?
Now, of course, he's going to go straight back over there where you don't want him to.
Yeah, exactly where he can get chomped on.
Oh, and now she's pissed. She's flattened her head.
Oh! No, that's not for you. All right, if you want it, I'll let you eat it. I thought you were done. If you want to eat that big one, I'm not going to stop you. You know, once you get them started, they just really go at it. How about you, huh? You stole that one. Huh?
You gonna let him get away with that?
Yeah, come on. Come on, girlie. She's been getting much better. I used to have to assist feed her and everything. Come on. Come on.
What are you doing, you silly male? You got your back end going all over the place.
You know, snakes sometimes have to go in reverse to eat properly. There you go. You got it? I'll let you take it from there. This is a big difference from, you know, earlier in their captive care. They just you'd have to beat the snot out of them in order for them to eat. I wish you would have told me that you wanted that before you stole it from the female. You know, I would have handed it to you properly.
Having a terrible time.
Can you imagine if this was like on the ocean and stuff, the sea monster devouring a sailor on off the deck? Roar! And look at the female. She's just there. Hey, I'm just going to relax and eat this. I hardly have to move.
Yeah, he's going to have a problem with that. It's not facing the right way.
Leave it alone, I'll get it. Alright, I have to pay attention to the female. I'm thinking of putting this nice so-called patternless one in there to combat and maybe bring on some breeding activity. You're really having some trouble now, dude.
I think you're gonna have to take that away from him. He's never gonna get it down like that. It's way too big.
Oh, but that's going to really upset him.
Yeah, well, so let him struggle with it. Oh well.
Yeah, if I grab him and try to restrain him, he'll really take offense to that, and then he really won't eat for me. I think he's figuring out that he needs to sort of this in place without being injured. She'll slink her way into the hut here in a little while. Oh, now we're going for the butt. Well, there's always two ways to eat a mouse, huh?
If at first you don't succeed, try the other end.
Yep. You better hurry up. You took that from her. She might want revenge. You know, of course, the biggest worry is the snake that's eating it, and the one that isn't eating comes over and grabs the other end and then starts to eat the rodent from the other end, and the smaller animal doesn't have enough sense to give it up and let go, and ends up getting ingested also. And not only can that kill the smaller snake, but it could also kill the other snake too, because it gets, you know, these are, you know, scales that can get caught, and the other snake can't regurgitate the other snake, and it suffocates. Matter of fact, I recall one squam eating another squam and ending up both dead. It was a very unfortunate way to lose two baby squams, but it does happen. Go ahead, don't look at me like that. He's like, I'm going to eat this and he's not going to bother me for a month now. I'll fix him. Oh, but you know, dude, look at that tail. I could just get that tail when your mouth is full and you could do nothing about it. But I'm gonna not do that because I don't want the mouse going to waste, because he'll probably spit it out and want to try to kill me first, and we're just not gonna do that.
It is tempting though, with that little tip curled up.
It is. Okay. Now let me try to get this substrate off. Come on. Still. Not that it's going to hurt the snake. It's just that I will alleviate the fears of anyone in the office audience that, oh my God, he's eating substrate. And my answer to that is, well, what in the hell do you think they do in the wild? They eat substrate with their prey animal. Especially kings. Holy cow, they get a mess of stuff with them. There, well, that was a big one, huh?
Yeah, that'll keep him for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I worry about the males because they just don't have the appetites, and you try to find a medium between annoying the crap out of them and getting them to eat, and then potentially stressing them and killing them, or not being so forceful and then they starve to death. There's a fine line between them being okay and them being at the point where they're starting to metabolize muscle and other body organs in order just to sustain life. And then once that process happens, it's very much downhill for the animal.